Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 RBC Business Resilience Awards. My name is Jenny Smith, and I'll be your host this afternoon. I'm president and creative director of RAY. RAY is a marketing and communications agency based right here in St. John's.
The Business Resilience Opportunities.
And I promised I'd be on my best behavior today, so I will try my best. So, what a year it has been. If someone had told me I'd be hosting this event today and be doing virtual watch parties for this award show, I'd laugh them out of the room. But you know what? 2020 has shown us what we can do. It has shown us what's possible, and when pushed, what we can achieve. Whether you're in a boardroom with your colleagues or at home, perhaps with no pants on, we gather here today united and inspired by the resilience that we have seen over this past year. And I'm sure I speak for you all when I say 2020 has been one massive burning dumpster. I mean, this was me at the beginning of March. I was like, oh yeah, I got this, COVID, schmovid. It's gonna last around a month. It'll all be cool again. And then fast forward 8 months later, stress, tears, worry, slogging it out. This was me this morning before hair and makeup. Anyway, we are all here today as a community to celebrate the achievements, perseverance, and determination of our St. John's business community. I'm sure I speak for you all when I say it is not lost on any of us that 2020 has been one for the books. And with it has come hardship, trials, and tribulations for many of our colleagues and fellow business owners across the province. Depending on the industry that you happen to be in, the circumstances can sometimes help business, but other times bring things to a grinding halt. Like everything in 2020, the team at the St. John's Board of Trade knew their annual business awards had to be different. So this year, it's not about sales and revenues, thank God. This year, it's about surviving, or in some cases, even thriving, despite the challenges that we have faced. From Snowmageddon to COVID-19, it's been a wild ride. As the St. John's Board of Trade team received all of your amazing nomination packages, they have seen firsthand the depth of professionalism, expertise, big thinking, perseverance, community spirit, and strength that our community is built upon. Now it's time to welcome our honored guests and sponsors. First, we have the Honorable Seamus O'Regan, Minister of Natural Resources Canada, who is joining us virtually to provide remarks. Hello, Minister O'Regan.
Hello, Jen.
Hello.
I'm
Can I call you Seamus? Yes.
Of course you can.
Okay,
can you
great.
see me?
No, I can't.
Jeez, okay.
But I will imagine your face, because I know it very well.
I'm here, and it says I'm here, but you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll just go with that, like it's radio, and you can just trust me when I tell you that I am fully clothed.
Excellent. We trust you.
Okay. And Jen and to Andrew and Anne-Marie, to members of the board, thank you for having me. I wanted to be there in person. I'm right now in the middle of National Caucus, which is the weekly meeting that all Liberal MPs do with ministers and the Prime Minister. And you know, because we're on the government side, you don't get to see Scott and Goody and Chur and Ken and Yvonne really shine. This is when they shine. This is when the Dukes come up and they fight for the interests of the province, and it's a good show. So I will get back to that. I did get permission to step out to speak to you directly. And I just, you know, I can't believe it's December already, because it seems like only yesterday that I was sitting down with Public Safety Minister Bill Blair and Defense Minister Harjit Sajjan in Winnipeg and talking to them about the need for military help with Snowmageddon. And convincing Environment Minister Jonathan Wilkinson that we needed to allow dumping snow in the harbor again. That was 11 months ago. It would be an understatement to say it's been a tough year. We have taken our share of hits in our province, and the business community has borne the brunt of it. I know that. Your federal government knows that. We stepped in quickly with the emergency wage subsidy, with the emergency business account, with CERB, rent relief. to help you guys get through tough times. And we said from the outset we wouldn't always get it right, and we didn't. But we said from the start that we would work with you to try to get it right. We also said that when we needed to change course, we would. And look, I want to thank the Board of Trade for being there to tell us when we needed to make those changes, when we needed to do more. And Andrew and Emery, thank you for your advocacy. And thank you to all of you for keeping up the fight. I know that many of you did not have the year that you wanted to. My husband runs Terra Restaurant downtown. I am reminded every night about where we can do things better. And anybody who knows my husband knows that is absolutely true. The offshore, we have put $400 million towards that. It has been a tough year for the offshore. I am grateful for our fishery, which had a relatively good year, but tourism and oil and gas really bore the brunt of a lot. But you have stuck with it. You found creative ways to offer your products and services, whether it be curbside pickup or Zoom. You found ways to adapt. This winter is going to be hard. I guess we should be comforted by the fact that Environment Canada has said that El Nino will make this a hard winter right across Canada, except for Newfoundland and Labrador, where they say we will have a normal winter. I don't know what that means. As far as the virus is concerned, winter's going to be hard. But spring is coming. Canada has more vaccines ordered per citizen than any other country in the world, 10 per citizen. We hedged our bets on 7 different prospective vaccines. 3 are looking really good right now. More could too. And we have a plan. And the plan's simple. Number 1, do whatever it takes to support Canadians, Canadian businesses, Canadian jobs. 2, lay the groundwork for economic recovery. 3, roll out that vaccine or vaccines. 4, recover. And then 5, build back. This is an economic downturn unlike any other. We needed businesses to shut down and restrict their activities for the sake of public health, and you did. You did what we needed you to do. And we therefore need to support you because you've saved lives. This has been called a novel coronavirus. And a novel coronavirus requires a novel economic response. Service industries have been hit particularly hard by this economic downturn. Women have been particularly hard hit. And aside from some of the big essential big ticket items that you may have heard from the federal economic statement, I was also happy to see another $500 million for tourism operators on top of the $10 billion towards tourism and hospitality we put in so far, and $181 million for artists. So that on top of the wage supports we provided, they can continue with their crafts. We can have exhibitions that are safer. And they can do what they love to do, what their passion is. And that is so important for our province, I think, particularly. As a customer, let me say that I am grateful that I can still stroll downtown, buy a nice top from Byron Murphy and go downstairs for a fine bowl of ramen. But I want to thank the Board of Trade for celebrating resilience in Newfoundlanders. To celebrate that no matter how bad things are, we have always managed to tuck in our chin, trudge through the storm, and check in on our neighbors down the way. I have a wooden bowl in my office that Dad and Mom gave me when I started in this political racket. It's made of an old tree that was blown down by Hurricane Igor 10 years ago. And it is to remind me of our resilience. Pete Larden told me that our offshore is the most hazardous environment that ExxonMobil operates in the world. And I am so proud of our offshore and the people who work in it. And the $400 million that we put towards the offshore will support them during this storm. It will make the industry more competitive in a rapidly changing global market by lowering emissions. We'll be tested, but we are a resilient bunch. We always have been. It will continue to be tested in the next few months, but spring is coming. And you can count on me to keep working for you. I am. And I will continue to be relentlessly relentless. Congratulations today to all of the nominees and winners, and I look forward to catching up with you all really soon. Please God, in person. Thank you. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you, Seamus. Next, we have the Honorable Siobhan Cody, Deputy Premier and Minister of Finance, who will come to the stage to provide remarks. Welcome, Minister Cody.
Thank you very much, and it's so wonderful to be here, and thank you to Minister O'Regan for joining us. And I want to recognize and thank the board and President Andrew, who's done such work, and Anne-Marie, and I thank you for all the efforts that you've put into this celebration today, because it is that, a celebration. I was there 28 years ago. It's hard to imagine and believe. 28 years has gone by. I was there when we developed this program, the Business Achievement Awards originally. We never thought we'd be in the middle of a pandemic. But it's good to be here today to celebrate with you. And I've been here many, many times as either an MC or as a judge or a recipient of an award. And I know how important today is for those that have been nominated, how important it is for our business community. Our hair might have been bigger back in 1992 and our waists a lot smaller, but certainly it is a thrill to be here today. And I want to say that thank you to the business community. We're facing this pandemic as we've faced many other adversities that we've had, with diligence, with integrity, and with compassion. And I want to thank you for doing that. I know how hard you've been working. I know how much you've been caring for your communities and for your workers, and for that I thank you. I know that today is a celebration of our strength, of our perseverance, and of our commitment to our community. So this is really a day of extraordinary circumstances, but a day that I think really does represent the resilience by which this business community has come through this pandemic. So I'm really happy to be here in the audience today. There are very few people here, but I know that there are many, 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 likely hundreds of people watching, because this is an exciting celebration. I do want to thank the Board of Trade for their efforts and encouragement and ideas around the small business program. I encourage those that have yet to apply to do so through gov.nl.ca. The application deadline is coming up on December 15th. As you know, the provincial government has brought forward a number of programs to assist during the pandemic. But today, we pause to celebrate. We pause to celebrate our business community. We pause to celebrate each other. We pause to celebrate all that is good about being resilient, about being caring to one another, and about the opportunities for growth and development that are going to come and that are coming through the resumption, I think, of our normal work activity. So thank you very much for having me here today. As I said, it's a pleasure to join you yet again for this exciting opportunity, and I'm really glad to see the changes to the categories this year that do reflect some of the resilience that we've had to put on because of the pandemic. Wonderful to be here. Congratulations to all the award winners, to all the nominees, and indeed to all the business community of St. John's. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Cody. We also have representatives from our wonderful event sponsors joining us in person and online today. So a big thank you to RBC, BMO, Deloitte, IBC, Take Charge, PAL Airlines, Canadian AV, Craft Council, and Roger Monder. We are so lucky to have your support. Thank you so much. RBC is our presenting sponsor, and we have many RBC employees watching from home and work, who I am sure will join me in welcoming Mike James, Vice President, Commercial Financial Services, Newfoundland and Labrador. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you kindly. Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to extend a big welcome on behalf of all my RBC colleagues across the city. We're absolutely honored to be here to celebrate your achievements of this past year. And what a year it's been. When Anne-Marie and her team at the Board of Trade came to us and they said they were thinking on changing the name this year's event to the Business Resilience Award, we were on board right away. Because I can't think of another business community in Canada that has more determination and more resilience than ours. As I've spoken with clients across the province over this past year, I've heard many impactful stories of taking the business in completely new directions, finding new markets, finding new customers, starting new products, and completely new business lines. And on top of that, all in the middle of a pandemic with an economy brought to a standstill. But though many businesses have thrived, there are others who have struggled. And there's still much work to do to help our neighbors weather these very difficult times in order to position ourselves for the future. So I do want to take a moment and highlight Canada United, a national movement started by RBC to support local businesses in our communities. In August, Canadians were encouraged to join the movement by sharing their love for local on social media. $2 million was generated for Canada United Small Business Relief Fund. This new fund provides small businesses with grants of up to $5,000 to cover expenses related to PPE supplies, renovations to meet reopening guidelines, and developing or improving e-commerce capabilities. Last month, the federal government announced an additional $12 million to the Canada United Support Fund in support of small business. So here's my very important bulletin. With this new funding, we are accepting more new Canada United grant applications. My ask is that you visit gocanadaunited.ca to review the eligibility requirements and criteria and see if your business qualifies. Then submit your application. We want to make sure that those grants are getting into the hands of local businesses right here in Newfoundland and Labrador, and it's never been more important. In closing, I'd like to sincerely congratulate all the nominees today. I also want you to know that RBC is here for you. And if you need a check-in at any point during 2021, we're here to support you with industry-specialized advice and leading expertise. If there's anything that we can do to help, please call on me or a team member at your earliest convenience. 2020 has been a year like no other, and you should be very proud of all of the accomplishments. So congratulations and enjoy the event. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mike. Mike and I go way back, but don't worry, Mike, I will not embarrass you today. Another wonderful sponsor that has come on board to celebrate our nominees is PAL Airlines. They have graciously provided 2 tickets to anywhere PAL flies, including its new Moncton route, as a prize for a lucky virtual viewer. To enter, all you need to do is send an email with your name and phone number to mail@bot.nf.ca. So again, all you need to do is email your name and phone number to mail@bot.nf.ca, and you will be entered for a draw that we're hoping to make by the end of the program. So that is a pretty sweet deal. Well done, pal. Very generous of you. We have lots of watch parties today tuning in with us, so we're just going to say hi. We hope the meat is treating you well. Those boxes are amazing. I can't wait to attack mine after this session. So, and now the most important part of the day, my second speech. I'm just joking. It's the awards. As you will see throughout the show, the awards, like the categories they represent, are beautiful and unique. The awards are made by amazing local artist John Andrews, who has a studio in the Kitty Vitty Plantation. You can find him on social at Doodlepalooza. They are absolutely stunning. You'll see them in a little bit. We have 5 awards to give out today: Opportunity Seeker, Boundary Pusher, Service Star, Community Champion, and the overall 2020 Business Resilience Award. So let's get right to number 1, Opportunity Seeker. This award is presented by Deloitte. Join me in welcoming Tim Fahey, Managing Partner, Newfoundland and Labrador.
This award celebrates the creativity and ingenuity that businesses used to connect with customers throughout 2020. Our nominees deployed new ways to communicate with customers, built new relationships, or broke into new markets. You will see that our nominees used out-of-the-box thinking to leverage the circumstances inflicted upon their businesses. And the nominees are
Resilience Opportunity Seeker Award celebrates out-of-the-box thinking in marketing and sales because of an unexpectedly challenging year. And the nominees are Belbin's Grocery.
We're always really had a strong relationship with local vendors, but we really put a push on the last 8 months to reach out to new local vendors and try to help them navigate through the pandemic. So on top of the local vendors we've been carrying for years, we added Rocket Bakery and Chinged, Ollie's Pasta, local pasta company, and Sarah's Chocolates. And and we're still always in talks with local vendors to increase that offering that we have here at Belbin's. And I think that's important and what keeps us connected to the community.
Blue Drop Learning Networks,
For us, to be honest, one of our core values is roll with it. We're used to being an organization that spins on a dime, and we've had to over 28 years. If I look at what we do as a business, 80% of what we do today, we didn't even contemplate 5 years ago. So that's just part of our DNA, that we have to constantly be adapting and shifting our solutions and our offerings for our clients, because things change so quickly. So for us, the team is just hardwired to kind of, look at the situation, assess the challenge, see if there's an opportunity, and pivot. And we were able to do that by really focusing on how can we help our clients get through this difficult time. So we're very, very fortunate that that's both in our DNA, and that we did have solutions that could help some of our clients to adapt.
Easter Seals Newfoundland and Labrador,
I think the actual general public was looking for some real positive kind of news to latch onto, and so he came out with Creating Smiles as our marketing theme for this year's lottery, and we moved a lot of things through social media, and did all of our, instead of having open houses, we had to do video inside and show it that way. So the social media side was very, very important in getting that out to our customers, whom were very receptive, and we sold out on the early bird deadline, let alone having to wait for another 2 months. So our staff have persevered through keeping programs running online, with partnerships with Easter Seals Ontario, to keeping career services going. And we had to move, and we operate out of a satellite office. All that had to happen during this time period, so definitely resilience.
Phone Med,
The resilience piece really came from the ability for us to respond to an unprecedented demand that hit so much faster than any of us thought that it would. And then to make sure that we were educating our staff and preparing them with the information they needed to know in order to be able to serve our communities. And everything was different. Every part of the province was different. Every town was different. The risk, associated with where you live was very different, and so on. So it was a real learning curve, but the resilience for our company came from our people, because it's the people that make our company resilient.
iDesign Limited,
When the COVID shutdown initially happened, we had to sit and really think about how to get creative and how to keep bringing revenue and business in. So we really recognized there was a need in the industry for COVID signage, for directional arrows, for wayfinding, you name it. We got really creative, like I said, and we started creating a lot of products in that regard, and that kept us busy up until probably midsummer.
Next Clothing Company,
Well, the day that we closed the doors, I knew that we had to do something. And the only thing that we could do was go online. So within 5 days, I put the store online. Within 24 hours, we had our first order. I think you just have to be really creative. We do things now that we never did before. We do unboxing videos on Facebook Live, and people love them. And we did one this week when our pajamas came in. And within 15 minutes, we had most of them sold. I think we just have to get our thinking caps on and reach out, and we just have to work harder.
PAL Airlines,
And so 2020 has been an exciting year for PAL Airlines. It's challenged us immensely. The airline industry was disproportionately affected by the pandemic, but we've come out of it on the other side a much stronger company. And we've done that because we've thought outside the box and we've thought creatively. We have a new contract with Indigenous Services Canada since the pandemic to move medical professionals throughout the north. And we've also launched a new route with Moncton. So we now offer a direct flight 5 days a week between St. John's and Moncton. And so all of this has been really exciting, and it's been digging deep and finding new opportunities during a time of challenge.
St. John's International Women's Film Festival.
This year, where we went online, we really were able to access more information about our patrons than any other year. For the first time, we had to not only present our film series digitally through a virtual format, we also had to manage our entire box office service, which was no small feat. Through this, we really got to learn how to create programming that is easy for people to transition. So again, our longtime patrons who have been, our customers who've been coming here for over 30 years, and then also had to attract new people. I think we've always been able to look at just the sea of our beautiful audience when we're in the cinema together. Without that, now we were actually able to tap into a whole new demographic.
And the winner is PAL Airlines.
Thank you guys so much. I'd like to thank the Board of Trade for this award. I'd also like to thank the selection committee. And also congratulations on a fantastic and very unique event during a very challenging time. This award belongs to the entire staff at PAL Airlines, who not only persevered throughout the most challenging year we've ever experienced, but who also thought outside the box, thought creatively, leaned on each other, and really came up with exciting new opportunities. And then, moreover, worked really, really hard to make those opportunities a reality. Like I mentioned in the video, Moncton to St. John's, our new direct flight that does operate 6 days a week, that route, is available for everyone to go online and book right now. Something else really exciting that I'm able to talk about today, and that you might have seen a glimpse of in the video, is that we have added a new aircraft type to our fleet. So we have actually added the Bombardier Q400 to our fleet. It is a 76-seat aircraft, and this aircraft is going to allow us to provide more capacity to all of the markets that we serve, and we do serve markets throughout Eastern Canada. And so that's really exciting for us and really exciting for all of our customers and for all of the communities that we're very committed to serving. Another one of the contracts that I mentioned in the video is Indigenous Services Canada. We've had a team of people working tirelessly on this contract, and this contract is to move medical professionals throughout Canada and throughout the North, and is directly related to the pandemic. So thank you. Thank you to the PAL team. Thank you to the Board of Trade, and thank you very much to our loyal customers. We're looking forward to the next year, and we're looking forward to a whole new set of challenges. So thank you. Thank you, Jenny.
Congratulations, PAL. Next, we're celebrating our boundary pushers. This award is presented by BMO. Join me in welcoming Troy Wiseman, Senior Relationship Manager, Canadian Commercial Banking. Welcome, Troy.
I'm just weighing my options.
The plan makes sense, and we're always here to help.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's get started.
This award celebrates thinking differently. These folks pivoted to focus their business in a different direction, expanded and altered their offering, and generally applied a new way of thinking to their offering in reaction to the challenges and opportunities of 2020. And the nominees are
The Business Resilience Boundary Pusher Award celebrates thinking differently, pushing boundaries, and leveraging the circumstances of 2020 to pivot operations, products, or services. And the nominees are Big Eric's,
We had to change, for example, one of our customers had to switch their plants and start manufacturing hand sanitizer instead of their spirits and stuff that they were manufacturing. And we were essential in getting them the chemicals that they needed in a timely fashion. Not something that we do all the time, but we were able to lend our distribution expertise to get them the chemicals that they needed to make the hand sanitizer and get it out to all the healthcare authorities across the province to keep our province safe.
Blue Drop Learning Networks.
One of the ways that we were able to leverage our technologies and our content team's capabilities was to work on a course for COVID-19, which we partnered with the former Deputy Chief Public Health Officer for Canada. And we were able to really, showcase, I guess, all of the things that we do and really try to make a difference in now 4 provinces across the country.
Browning Harvey Limited.
Certainly our senior leadership team really stepped up to the plate. We did what we had to do. We all play our role. Staff came on board pretty good, still running under COVID. Most of our employees sign in every day. We take their temperatures. We have an agreement with all our people. If an outside contractor is to come into the building, he or she must have a COVID test. We still do all that stuff and will probably for the foreseeable future. It's really just part of business now.
Coleman's.
Right at the outset, when everything was still shut down, let our employees know that we were going to continue to pay them even though they were staying home. And that really paved the way for employee engagement and for them to know that we were taking care of them and had their needs at heart. That continued on through the pandemic. We were really quickly out of the gate to implement some safety measures here at the store. We were probably the first to market with the plexiglass around our cash registers. We were one of the first people to have the spacers on the floor, which we're still using, and arrows. And throughout that all, we were really transparent with our employees. Everyone kind of became a safety officer, and everything came through the lens of the safety of our employees first and foremost, and that continued on to our customers.
JK Conditioning.
What we had to do is we had to adapt. We had to change our service model because our gym was shut down. So we were closed for 3 months, and I needed a way to keep our clients and our community involved still throughout our closure. So we moved our services online. So for us, it was just changing how we provided the same or the similar service to our clients to keep them engaged so that we can keep impacting lives in a positive way.
St. John's International Women's Film Festival.
We really stopped and kind of assessed a long-time threat of ours has always been as a film festival. How do we get people to get off their couches, turn off their TVs, go downtown and see a movie? So we just really leaned into that. We started our research work and our consultations very early and decided, okay, how can we look at this former threat, really embrace that and encourage people to stay home on their couches, watching movies, but watch our movies. And thinking that way really opened up our new platform of how we were going to go about building this year's festival.
The Doctor's House Inn and Spa.
So we kind of panicked for a while, sat down, talked with our staff to see if we could pull out something. And so we ended up opening, I think, on June the 29th. So well beyond the August, the April 4th, we were supposed to open. And we did a lot of strategizing and thinking and planning to get open. And in the end, we grabbed our nose and jumped in. I'm not sure what to expect, but the results have been phenomenal.
Eastern Audio.
After everything had hit and things were getting struck down and shut down, we knew that we had to come up with some idea to bring the industry back to some kind of normalcy, if it was possible at all. We're actually set up in our back warehouse here now where we actually try to bring the clients to us to bring them out to their virtual world. So that's how we've adapted to the impact from the COVID from 2020. And right now, it's getting that out there, getting the word out there and trying to bring the business back to some kind of normal path, if you will.
And the winner is St. John's International Women's Film Festival.
Thank you all so much. Thank you for this great honor. Thank you for the St. John's Board of Trade for inviting us here, and for also, much like our festival this year, inviting all of our great audiences to be able to watch from home. I will say it was also nice to get a little bit of the red carpet, something we also missed from moving to a hybrid format this year. I'd also, of course, like to thank, on behalf of the St. John's International Women's Film Festival, our board of directors, all of our amazing staff, our supporters, and our audiences who really trusted us and followed us as we totally reimagined and reinvented this year's festival. And of course, to our filmmakers, thank you so much, and to our local arts community. I will say that our success right here and being here today is your success, so thank you. The St. John's International Women's Film Festival is one of the longest running women's festivals in the world. It's the longest in Canada, and I think that really speaks so much to the people of Newfoundland and Labrador and to the great talent of our artists that we are able to celebrate 31 years this year, and being able to be here on the stage is a huge testament to that as well, so thank you. To be recognized as a boundary pusher and also as a business here, as a not-for-profit, and as an arts organization means so much, not only to our organization, but our greater arts community. Now more than ever, everyone's looking to the arts for entertainment, but most importantly, for connection and a sense of community. It's a great honor to be able to provide part of that and to be able to celebrate our local talent and invite talent from all over the world to be introduced to our industry. We have a $500 million film industry in Newfoundland and Labrador, and our festival is proud to play a key role in this success. This booming sector and our festival contributes to so much economic growth in our community, and we're so excited to be able to expand each year. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to do so this year. We are continuing to develop our business plan and our approach with a focus on our local artists and also local businesses. By looking at challenges as opportunities for growth, we look forward to expanding our reach and being able to celebrate women storytellers from all over the world. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Jen. Well deserved. Next up is Service Star. This award is presented by Take Charge. Join me in welcoming Philip Cave, Key Account Specialist.
Calling all hair salons and restaurants, grocery stores and coffee shops. Businesses of all types and all sizes are saving energy and money in all kinds of ways with the Take Charge Business Efficiency Program. The Stone Drug and Carboneer saved with a pre-rinse spray valve. Seaforce Technologies in Mount Pearl installed heat pumps and saved big. A whole bunch of businesses upgraded their lighting to LED and saved. Over 700 other businesses got with the program and now enjoy savings every month. Your business could be saving too. Talk to the team at Take Charge to get started.
This award celebrates businesses who built meaningful connections with customers in 2020. Leveraging the new and often unprecedented circumstances of this past year, they served customers in new and tailored ways. Some launched a new service offering, others created an online store, and many solved a common challenge their customers were facing as a result of COVID-19 or Snowmageddon. Whatever the specific circumstance, these nominees switched things up to better serve their customers. And the nominees are:
the Business Resilience Service Star Award celebrates businesses who switch things up to better serve customers, no matter what 2020 threw at them. And the nominees are Bannerman Brewing Company.
We tried to do everything we could to just adapt and stay open in some capacity, even when there was only kind of 4 or 5 of us here doing the takeout thing every day, which was crazy. We would request that people kind of stay outside at all times and stay behind a barrier of picnic tables, and we would have them order online. It was completely contactless, and we would even drop it in people's trunks if they wanted us to. Just trying to do everything we could to make people feel comfortable still coming here during a pandemic, and also still being safe ourselves.
Coleman's.
There was barely a day that I wasn't moved to tears because just people were showing up, and not only showing up to work their shifts, but showing up on their days off to deliver groceries to make sure that groceries were going out and people that needed it in our community had food.
Genesis.
When the COVID-19 pandemic hit St. John's, Newfoundland, we relocated all of our client companies to their homes, made sure that they had the resources and supports that they needed. We worked with them really closely to ensure that they were accessing the government funding programs that were available to, help offset the challenges that COVID would impose upon their businesses. We provided them with peer group support. We doubled up on our peer group support to ensure that they were talking to one another and that they weren't sitting at home trying to wade through the challenges themselves. Our team pretty much went into full support mode. Support is one of our core values here at Genesis, and we really worked closely with the companies to ensure that they had what they needed.
Hickman Automotive Group.
When COVID hit, it happened so quickly. We didn't know how to handle it. So we quickly came together as an executive team, as a management team, and started thinking, what do we need to? How do we take care of our customers? How do we provide them with exceptional customer service? First thing we did was create contactless processes for both service and sales. That was key. We also purchased self-service kiosks. Where people can just go drop off their keys, they can add on services, take off services without walking through our doors. And we also rearranged our customer service areas so that it was safe for both our staff and for our customers.
Labatt Breweries of Canada.
We focused on our people through implementing PPE. We had face masks, we had hand sanitizer. We had all sorts of, about 150 protocols that we put in place within about 2.5 days of the pandemic really being a factor in North America. We also implemented policies that enabled at-risk individuals to take time off from work without losing employment and being made whole. Secondly, we implemented appreciation pay. So we provided a bump for all our hourly employees to show that, hey, it's really important that we take care of you during this unprecedented time where nobody really knew what was going to take place.
Eastern Audio.
Even right now, with this COVID-19, our staff have been working night and day to get things like this set up in our back warehouse. Thank God for the wage subsidy. We would not be able to do this without that. But we are bringing in just enough revenue so that we can top up our guys. I know the wage subsidy was 75%, but we're topping them up to close to the 90, almost to their full salary. Because of that, we haven't had to lay anyone off, and that's a very good positive thing for us, and it makes us feel really great that we're able to do that.
And the winner is Coleman's.
Thank you so much for the Service Star Award. We are truly humbled. The safety and well-being of our customers and community is always our #1 priority. We would like to thank our entire team for the ability to adapt, develop, and execute excellent solutions to help ensure our customers have the safest and most convenient options to shop. Thank you once again to the St. John's Board of Trades. This is absolutely an honor, and this means so much to our entire team.
Congratulations, Coleman's. Well deserved. Next, we're awarding our Community Champion. There was such a vast number of businesses in our community that were nominated in this category, which is such a testament to the work our community has been doing to take care of each other. So you'll see we've gotten creative with how we're featuring this amazing group of nominees in our video. This award is presented by IBC. Unfortunately, they were unable to join us today, but we've got Justin. So, Justin Latta, CEO of KMK Capital, he will be taking on the role of chair for the St. John's Board of Trade in 2021. Welcome, Justin.
Thank you, Jenny. I'm pleased to be here. So this award celebrates businesses who went above and beyond to support the community this year. And you'll see in a moment the impressive number of you who did just that. From pitching in to help neighbors, to launching a new business initiative that helps others during these challenging times, this award celebrates those who were exceptional neighbors in an exceptionally tough year. And the nominees are:
The Business Resilience Community Champion Award celebrates businesses who went above and beyond to support the community in which they operate this year. And the nominees are Atlantic Business Interiors, Big Eric's, Blue Drop Learning Networks, Canadian Mental Health Association of Newfoundland and Labrador, Clear Risk, Clean St. John's, Coleman's, Craft Council of Newfoundland and Labrador, Newfoundland and Labrador Credit Union, Mark's East Coast NL, NJ's Kitchen, Opera on the Avalon, Ray Agency, St. John's Farmers Market, Veterinary Specialty Center of Newfoundland and Labrador, Eastport Properties Limited.
And the winner is Clear Risk.
Thanks very much, Justin. And thank you very much, Jenny and Anne-Marie and all the people at the Board of Trade and Mike at RBC for sponsoring this event. Our banker and our former landlord, lots of people here I know. So no, this is a great honor for Clear Risk and our team. The Community Champion Award, I can't imagine a more fitting award for the Clear Risk team. You know, we had a team huddle last week at work, and I shared with them, we were just talking about reflecting on all the community work we've done as we looked at what community work we're going to do over Christmas and who we're going to support. And I told our team that when we started Clear Risk, and I was thinking about what kind of company we wanted it to be, I just wanted a company where I wanted people to feel good and where people wanted to work and come to work. And I was telling them that I'm just so inspired by our team every day. They've made it a place that I want to go to work every day, and I couldn't be more proud of them. So when this pandemic happened, when it was declared, and everybody just immediately thought, what can we do? So what can we do to protect our team? So we were one of the first, actually, I think, in the province to stay home. It was easy for us, so our thinking was, we don't need to be on the roads and out there, because those that are essential to be out there, they can go out, we'll create space, we'll go home, we'll work. How can we help our customers? We're risk management software. Our customers are across North America, large entities and we help them with incident management, claims management, and risk management. So, okay, easy. We're going to create pandemic functionality for them so that they can track and monitor and mitigate that risk in their organizations. As soon as we gave that for free to all of our customers, okay, now let's provide it to the rest of the business community. And then it's okay, we're very lucky. After the dust settled, we realized our customers were supporting us. We're mission critical software. But there's others in our community, others in the business community that aren't nearly as lucky. So, okay, and individuals that are laid off. And in spite of all the great government supports, there's people in need. So our staff immediately jumped in, okay, who can we help? We need to help the YMCA, we need to help the Gathering Place. There's just one of our team is a student intern from Beirut, and on top of the pandemic and the economic and political problems there, they had that massive explosion. So immediately staff jumped in and said, let's help out Beirut. TechNL that we're very involved in immediately said, let's set up a COVID task force, and we convened CEOs from across the province to help out and we met regularly with government. I'm just so inspired. We talk about resilience. Resilience is in the DNA of Newfoundlanders and Labradorians, I know, but this pandemic has really illustrated to us just how inspiring we are. That resilience is something that I'm proud of and inspired by every day. All the stories here of all the different companies. There's just so many companies doing so many great things. And it's just great to be in that company. So congratulations to everybody. Thanks for all that you do. And thanks very much to the ClearRisk team. You guys are my inspiration. Thanks, everybody.
Congratulations. Well deserved. Okay, now it's time to present the big one, the 2020 Business Resilience Award. Please welcome my buddy Mike James back to the stage.
There are so many of us trying to find meaning in this COVID-19 era.
We went from having this thriving business and suddenly it just stopped.
We really wanted to remind people to stay home, but also thank them.
This makes me feel uplifted. It makes me feel appreciated.
Neighborhoods came together to decorate the entire street.
We basically came together to help each other out. We're all learning from each other and trying to find a way through it.
Thank you, Jenny. Through the immense challenges of a record-breaking snowfall, a week-long state of emergency, and COVID-19, we've seen so many of our local businesses rise to the occasion with out-of-the-box thinking, strength, perseverance. What a wonderful day it's been thus far hearing the stories and celebrating their successes. The winner of the 2020 Business Resilience Award is no exception. They set the standard for serving customers in adverse conditions. They demonstrated a customer-first approach, but never at the expense of their employees. They led the way to show how a Newfoundland and Labrador-owned operated business could match and often outpace the biggest national competitor. They make us all very proud. Please join me in celebrating the winner of the 2020 RBC Business Business Resilience Award, and that would be Coleman's.
During Snowmageddon and during the pandemic, we were able to invite the media into our store in a way that we ordinarily probably wouldn't have, just so that people would be seeing what was actually happening, and we were communicating with our customers and the other groups in the community. We were able to partner with the Community Alliance and the Community Food Sharing Group. We were able to do a fairly significant donation of $10,000 to the Community Food Sharing Association. And we were also able to partner with other small local businesses that were closed. We're only doing takeout, so Piatto, Evo, Sanang Restaurant, and able to provide their food through our store so that customers were able to access that as well. We're definitely still in the thick of it, so safety first and continuing to look at everything through a safety lens. Yes, we need to innovate, and yes, we need to push forward. And I think looking at that through making sure the safety of your employees is first and foremost, and the safety of your customers will ensure that ultimately at the end of the day, you're able to be successful. We have the most amazing group of people working here, supporting me, supporting the customers, supporting the company, there's, highs and lows every day, but at the end of the day, that's what makes it worth it.
Bethany couldn't have said it better. Thank you so much for this award. We are truly honored. This award is truly an accomplishment for our entire team, our entire company. Each and every one of us this year has stepped out of our comfort zone and adapted to the ever-changing new normal. Our team did an exceptional job adjusting and acting swiftly and decisively throughout everything Snowmageddon and COVID had thrown at us. We thank and appreciate the continuous support of our amazing customers and partners. But most importantly, we would like to honor our frontline staff and our store managers at our Newfoundland Drive and Mary Meeting locations, Bethany Roberts and Anne-Marie Carew. Their continuous work to keep our stores safe and running smoothly is vital and much appreciated. We truly admire the resilience of our community and all of our colleagues here today. If anything this year has taught us is that if we work together, support each other, and adapt, we can get through anything. Thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew Wadden, and I'm the chair of the St. John's Board of Trade for 2020. So happy to see you all here, the few people that we have in the room and the many people we have outside the room. I can tell you nothing could have really prepared me for what was going to come this year on the day I was inaugurated. And as Jenny said, what a year it has been. I'm very delighted to be here with all of you. And I just want to remind us all that the St. John's Board of Trade is really a community. It's a place to share experiences, a place to support each other, and of course, like we're doing today, celebrate our successes. And I, for one, love to see our members come together, develop partnerships, find common ground, and face challenges together as we have been doing and as we show today so many of our members have been doing. St. John's Board of Trade is really, in my view and in our view, built for times like this. As much as we don't hope for them, it is what we're built for, and that is navigating tough times. It's really what we do best. I learned this year it's most definitely what we do best. I want to thank first our judging committee. Now, this team brought their knowledge, their enthusiasm, most importantly their empathy and their significant business experience to the judging process. And that was led by Andrea Stack, who chaired the committee, and Andrea, of course, is a former chair of the Board of Trade, Neil Jacobs, QC, Des Whalen, Derek Sullivan, and Robin Budgell. They obviously had no easy task in front of you, given the amount of nominees. You've seen the videos, so thank you very much to all those folks. I really want to thank Roger Maunder of Up Sky Down Films. I got a text while some of these videos were playing from a fellow board member, and he's watching this virtually rather like many of you are, and he said, the videos are awesome sauce. And I couldn't agree more. He put so much work into capturing all 31 of our nominees. That was no easy task to take all that and edit it and put it all into those videos that you've seen today. So thank you very much, Roger. A massive feat indeed. Roger's a great example of someone who really understands what we all, the winners here especially today, understand, that is customer service, and he's been so obliging and so helpful to us. Thank you very much to the Craft Council for hooking us up with John Andrews. He's the talented artist who handmade the awards you saw folks receive today. John has a studio, as I think Jenny mentioned, in Kitty Vitty Village, and if you have an opportunity to go down there and visit him or any other artisans down that way, please do so. Thank you, Jenny, for being here today and for being really just an amazing friend and supporter and partner of the St. John's Board of Trade.
You owe me a beer.
I owe you multiple beers. I don't know if you could hear that virtually, but she just made me make a deal with her. Jenny was up here last year on stage getting awards. This year she's on stage emceeing. I don't know what we're going to have her doing next year, but we'll find a task for her, I'm sure. I have to mention as well in my own business at our firm, my partners and I have been helped greatly by Jenny in her agency, and we couldn't be happier to have her there today. What a great partner for us. Thank you as well to all our corporate partners and all our sponsors, especially RBC and the work they do with us consistently every year when it comes to these awards. I want to single out PAL as well, because they came on board, as many of you who would know who are watching virtually, with a ticket draw for our viewers. So we very much appreciate that. Thanks very much to them for reminding us that travel can be safe and is possible within Newfoundland and Labrador, even during times like this. To you, all our viewers, for being here with us today, for your commitment to the business community, for your membership in the St. John's Board of Trade, and for the ample amount of inspiration, quite frankly, that I get from all of you and that I will take to help get through the rest of this year. My partners and I will, and to help kick off 2021. Canadian AV, if you're watching virtually, you can't really see what's going on in this room. You can only see what's on the stage, but I can tell you this is quite the production to put off. And we have a few people here in the room, and they have made it a very safe, distanced place, comfortable place for us to be as we put this show off. And they've done that, of course, in conjunction with the technological realities that come with putting something like this off, and we very much appreciate that. Not an easy task, no hiccups. Thank you so much to Canadian AV. And I will leave you with, one final and I think very important thank you, and that is to our CEO, Anne-Marie Boudreau, who I can't see because of the blaring lights, so you can all see me so wonderfully. Not that you want to, but I just want to tell you the best thing about the role of chair of the St. John's Board of Trade is also probably the worst thing, and that is that it's consuming, all-consuming at times, and it's a pleasure to bear that responsibility, but you really can't do it without a CEO in place like we have right now, and she has been incredible since she came in this summer, taking it on with vigor, energy. I don't love getting an email or text from her on Saturday morning, but I really appreciate it at the same time. So I'll take that. That's part of the job. And I could not be more confident that we will run out the rest of this year with a wonderful CEO who's going to lead the charge in taking us into 2021 when our new chair, Justin Latta, comes in. We are in very good hands, and I know the staff of the Board of Trade feel the same way. And if these awards are any example of the job she is doing, I think we're set. And lastly, to the winners, please be proud. Obviously you've viewed the videos just as I did, and you're obviously in some incredible company. Over 30 nominees, all wonderful companies who put a lot of effort in putting their nominations forward, all who have done incredible business this year. And to come out on top as the winners, you received a new version of the award this year, a first-class award for a first-class event, and you are first-class businesses. So make sure you scream loud and proud on the street or on Twitter or wherever in the heck you want to that you won here, because that's what you should do, because you deserve it. If you're not maxed out on the inspiration yet from all our Roger Monder videos and commercials, then I got one more for you, and then Jenny will end it off for us. So I ask you just to stay tuned for one more video that discusses many of the nominees we had here today and the work that they've done in the past year. Thank you very much to all of you who are watching virtually, and to the few folks we have in the room. Thank you to you as well.
It's a new thing for everybody. Everybody's learning. So patience, and I guess don't be afraid to learn things. Don't be afraid to try something new.
We got to love each other. I mean, I don't want to sound too political, but I think it's just a good time to love each other and help each other out.
Keep hope alive that things will get better.
There's a great line I've heard, never waste your suffering. And so if people are having a hard time, it's really an opportunity to learn and to take something positive out of it, because you can't avoid suffering. And sometimes the worst times is when you learn the most. So I would say continue to be hopeful.
Stay connected. Stay connected, keep positive, and don't be afraid to reach out to your partners and discuss and try to find innovative ways to doing things.
I think when we live in a city like St. John's, we're so lucky. We get outside so much, and it's the pride that people have in their neighborhoods in the city that I think keeps us going.
Sometimes things seem pretty bleak and sometimes things seem pretty dark, but having faith in the fact that what you're doing is an incredible thing and a very beneficial thing for the city and for the area, and just believing in that.
You know, I think I would use the word commitment to the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. We just must continue to move forward.
Be honest and be faithful, and also stay safe.
Collaboration, support your local business so that we can all get through this pandemic together.
It's about coming up with new ways to let our customers know that we're here.
Creativity, because you need to be able to look at the ashes and try to build from there instead of kind of being stuck in the muck and the mire.
You have to stay positive. What you put out into this universe comes back to you. I'm convinced of that, so definitely be positive and stay positive.
Respect for others. I think that that's something that we need to keep top of mind, and not to get angry with people and to just find ways to help each other.
Kindness doesn't cost anything.
Kindness, kindness, kindness to each other, kindness to customers, kindness to strangers. That's the only way we're going to get through this, I think, as humans.
So let's keep being creative. Let's keep reaching out to our people, both our customers and our employees, to make sure that they feel safe and they feel valued. Just keep going.
Realizing that we're not in this alone.
So to listen a little more carefully, to look more carefully at the people you run into, to show them that you care, and to show some support, whether it be what you can do for your employees through your business, or what you can do for your neighbor on the street, or what act of kindness you can give to people during these times. A lot of people feel a lot of weight on their shoulders. Anything we can do to make that lighter, you and I, and every other person that we're talking to right now, every little bit counts.
What a great video. Tearing up here a little bit. So, thank you for still watching. Our last order of business for today is the drawing of the PAL flight. Before we do that, we have a quick video that PAL would like to share highlighting the safety and cleaning protocols that they have adopted on all their flights since the pandemic began. So, and the winner of the PAL flight is me. No, I'm just joking. It's not me. It is Karen Hickman, Clean St. John's. Congrats. Okay, so wow, you're all amazing. You are all courageous, tough, and remarkable. I applaud you all and wish you all the best in 2021. Thank you for attending. And here's to the St. John's Board of Trade for some fresh thinking under extraordinary circumstances. Have a great day, and don't forget to wash your hands.